Here today with Coach Charlie Roten of the Rogers Eagles. How you doing today, Coach?
Good, doing good. Yep, early getting ready to do some workouts this morning and get the day going.
All right. So there in Rogers, well, I guess everywhere, but we're in the spring season. Really busy for you guys right now. A lot of sports wrapping up. A lot of sports, have just ended. A lot wrapping up, and you got graduation coming up right now. At the same time, you're getting to see your kids compete across the board. You're seeing them in the weight room, and you're seeing them compete in other sports. So, just overall, how's it going this spring?
It's going good. We had an okay year in track. Had some younger guys on the team, so we kind of did pretty well in the JV division of our district track meet. Won that. And then baseball. We didn't make the playoffs this year, but we're in a pretty tough district. Played well all year, just didn't quite get in. And then, like I said, softball, girls track, all that's going on. So it's a busy time of year.
So, if you don't mind, walk me through your team for the fall. Who are you losing? Who's graduating here in a couple of weeks? Who's back, and who might be filling new roles?
Well, we lose a good senior class. It's a class that really grew a lot in their time here. Uh, Numbers dwindle a little bit in that class, which sometimes happens. But the guys that stuck with it, man, we're really going to miss them. Gavin Bennett was a guy who started both ways for us, played offensive line, linebacker, played some defensive line for us again this year. Zach Davis is another guy who played slot, played corner for us. We're going to miss him a lot. RJ Dolgener played offensive line for us, played some D line. Jaime Reyna played O line and D line. And then we lose a kid named Bryce Lisenby, played linebacker for us. So we lose some good players, which usually happens every year when you have a good year. You're going to lose some good seniors, and then we bring some back as well. So, we're looking forward to it. Each year is a different challenge, so we're looking forward to it though.
All right. So, walk us through your district. Who's your competition, and what do you think they're going to look like this fall?
Well, I think Lexington won the district last year. I would probably pencil them in as the favorite again. They bring back a pretty strong group. I know they lose at least one big piece in the Washington kid, but they bring back a lot. So I would definitely say that they're a preseason favorite. We have to play them there, which is always a difficult place to play. And I think the other teams are going to be improved. I think Buffalo is going to be have a good team again. I think Clifton's going to be really improved. Don't know a lot about Florence and Elkhart. They're both going to be breaking in new coaches, so you would think that they would maybe get a little jolt of energy within their program just with the new voice. Not saying the old guys were doing a bad job, but just sometimes when a new philosophy, they may kick them in the pants a little bit. So, I think overall the district's going to be better, honestly.
All right. Well, you've been around Texas high school athletics for several years. Um, Different programs, different size programs. What would you say the biggest challenge facing Texas high school athletics right now is?
Well, I think probably the main thing that's kind of top of mind right now, and I kind of feel bad about saying this, but I don't pay enough attention to it. It's just the legislation that's going on down in Austin. I know there's some things on the table that could affect public schools a great deal, and I think that'll trickle down to athletics. And the other thing I think that's um, for strictly, well, not really just football, but all sports, but it's really scary for football to me is the official shortage. I think it's getting bad, and I don't see it getting better. A lot of these guys are aging out a little bit, and I don't think we have the youth movement down there. So I don't know what the solution is, and but it's a little worrisome. I think we're going to end up probably playing a lot more games on Thursdays and Saturdays moving forward. I don't know what the time frame on that would be, but I would say within the next 5 or 10 years, you're going to see a lot more Thursday, Saturday games at our level, which is not the case now. We play only Friday games.
Now that's already happening elsewhere in the state. It's
Yes, sir.
can't remember. So someone just had their draft and for officials for the coming season. I can't remember what it may have been. The Corpus.
Yeah, I think was it Corpus? I think it was Corpus.
And
Yeah.
there are a number of games having to move to Thursday or Saturday just because
Yeah.
there aren't enough crews to do Fridays.
Yes, sir.
So let's go from real big picture to small picture here and try and learn a little bit about Charlie Roten. What would you say your number one guilty pleasure is?
Guilty pleasure. Wow. Yeah, I don't know if it's a guilty pleasure or not, but I do enjoy playing golf. I think it's probably not the best answer for a guilty pleasure, but I don't get to play as much as I'd like to. I got young kids, so stay busy with them. But if I do get some downtime, I do enjoy playing golf.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you very much for your time today. Best of luck as you wrap up the school year and move into the 23 season.
All right, thanks, Tony. Thanks for having me. Thanks for everything you do for athletics, high school football.
LoneStarGridiron.com. Access the complete history of Texas high school football, over 100 years of information, win-loss records, coaching histories, individual stats, records, and more. Lone Star Gridiron, the authority on Texas high school football.